Hey guys, I really want to thank you guys for all the help you guys have given us over the years, and I want to show you what it is exactly that we do. So this is the collection. When you walk into the front of our shop, we have everything on display so you can see it. Um, this stuff is all from France, and it's well, the same situation that happened in the United States happened overseas in Europe, and this method of manufacturing faded out of favor, so to speak, and it became obsolete. And a lot of the tools were being scrapped and sold off, mostly as paperweights if they were lucky enough to get sold as a paperweight. So we've gone over there numerous times and bought up as many collections as we can get. So this is just a few of them. We have a collection sitting in Paris right now at a warehouse getting ready to ship in, back to the United States. The stuff coming out of Europe is by far the nicest I've ever seen. I mean, these are hand carved. This stuff is truly spectacular. So you can see this is all done with a hammer and chisel. This is before electricity in most cases. So these big blocks of steel, they had to forge them up to shape because you couldn't just go buy a bar of steel back then. So you have to put things in context of when these things were made. This is Industrial Revolution, pre-Industrial Revolution. This is 1880s, 1890s. And the fact that they've survived 2 world wars and all the steel scrap drives that went through Europe and the United States, they were melting, and especially with high carbon steel, which is really expensive. A block of this steel costs more than a man's wages for a month. So a single block. These were incredibly expensive to produce back. They're still incredibly expensive to produce. And then when you come in down the hallway, you'll start to see racks like this. This stuff is from Providence, Rhode Island, and it was from D.M. Watkins. This collection here is, it's not as old. Well, it's similar age to the French stuff. It's early 1900s, late 1800s, 1880s, just after the Civil War. So a lot of this stuff, similar thing. The die is from a forging, and it has, with these, they have a tool steel top and a wrought iron body, just like an old anvil. And they did that to save money. The French obviously seem to have excess amounts of money because they made their entire thing out of tool steel. But here in the United States, we were cutting corners. And, without all of your guys' support, these would all be gone. This stuff would be gone. More of the D.M. Watkins Company. The amount of time that it took for a person, an artist, to produce a single hub. If they could produce maybe 1 a month, 2 a month, that would be a lot of work. I know even with electricity and modern stuff, I can make a copy. I can do a copy in about 40 hours using all the modern stuff and electricity. So I can't imagine making one the way they were doing it. It was incredibly difficult and very time consuming. So what you're looking at is this literally tells the tale of American manufacturing. This is the history. And this is like it represents millions of human hours. This is people's lives, and it's stored up. Their hours of their life are literally stored up in all these objects. And it just seems like a shame to throw away hours and years and decades of people's lives. So we've made it our mission to save everything that we possibly can. And hopefully someday in the future, people might be glad we did. These represent a lot more human labor. There's only one of these. When you look at this is the only one. There is no other. This is the original. All this stuff here There is no other. So if this gets destroyed, it's gone forever. There's nothing left. Same with the hubs. There's only one. They were never meant to be sold in mass like we are trying to produce them. So mostly I do that out of, I kind of feel it's a safety thing. You know, the more that are out there, that way the history is not lost. And that's where you guys come in, you know. And you can use these things. It's a shame to have this stuff not being used. And so what this is here, this is a record of true human skill and, you know, what was possible. Without your guys' help, there's no way this stuff can be saved. The companies that produce these pieces, they hired some of the finest artists and craftsmen in the world. And unless, you know, I really appreciate you guys caring about this stuff as much as we do, because without your help, it can't be saved. It needs to continue, but I can't do it alone. I mean, there's just too much. Currently, we have purchased probably the last big hub collection available in America, and it's due to retirement. And the company will be winding things down over the next year or two. And we've been lucky enough that they trust us to take care of their collection. So, anyway, if you guys have any time and any spare money, feel free to spend it with us.